Baseball is back. Major League Baseball players can report to spring training as soon as today after the Major League Baseball lockout came to an end on Thursday. But before you can get your ballpark dog and peanuts and overpriced beer, all the players must report to spring training camps in Florida or Arizona by Sunday. Exhibition games expected to start March 18th. Opening day for the 162-game regular season scheduled for April 7th. Mark your calendars. Joining us now for more on this, David P. Samson. He's the host of the CBS Sports podcast, Nothing Personal with David Samson. Also served as the former longtime president of the Miami Marlins, old name Florida Marlins, when they crushed the Yankees 4-2 in the 2003 World Series. David, thank you for joining us here. Tell us about this new deal between MLB and the Players Association that they reached on Thursday. And what are some of the changes we're going to see?
Well, the players had certain goals in mind, and they really reached just about all of them. They wanted to get as much money as possible to the younger players and as quickly as possible. So the obvious first thing to do is to have higher minimum salaries. That's the amount of money you have to pay a player when they first get to the major leagues. And that is now up to $700,000, an increase of over $125,000 from last year. So that was a huge win for the players who are young and just beginning their major league careers. Then on top of that, they wanted to get money to players who are a little older, but not quite at something called arbitration, which is when you've been in the league for 3 years. So the owners and players agreed to put $50 million into a pool, and that money will be distributed to players who are in the league between 0 and 3 years, who have a bunch of special accomplishments. And get ready, everyone who loves analytics, they're going to measure it with WAR to determine how they split up the money. So that was number two that was really important. Then, of course, players wanted teams like the Mets to spend as much money as possible. So they wanted stuff on the bottom end and on the top end. So the balance tax, the competitive balance tax, which is like a salary cap, that went up to $230 million. But there's a new round of taxes called the Steve Cohen tax. This is the best one. Okay. If you go $60 million over the tax, then you really get in trouble. And I think the Mets are probably going to approach that. So it's going to always be known as the Steve Cohen tax.
Interesting. Now, this was the second longest lockout in MLB history. Why do you think it took so long to actually reach an agreement this time?
Well, the 99 days, right? That was the lockout. But guess what? There were no games missed. So opening day is delayed by a week. People called it a work stoppage. But really, what stopped? Some free agent signings, some trades. The reality is there's going to be a full regular season. And what took so long is that the owners and the players did not have the same view of when the deadline was to reach a deal. It took till yesterday for the owners to convince the players that if there were no agreement yesterday, then the season would be shorter and they would be paid less money. So as you know, when you're negotiating a deal, if two sides don't agree on what's at stake and when that stake starts, then you're not going to have a deal. But yesterday, they had a meeting of the minds.
And one more quick question, David. You have any postseason favorites?
Well, listen, Steve Cohen, when he bought the Mets, promised a World Series in 3 to 5 years. They brought in Max Scherzer. They still have Lindor. They have Alonso. The Yankees always are willing to spend money. And when you've got Stanton and Judge in a lineup and you've got Garrett Cole, you know that New York teams could be good. But here's a team to look out for that people aren't talking about. How about those Detroit Tigers? They have gone through a major period of withdrawals. They have not won a lot. They still have Miguel Cabrera, a guy who helped me beat your team in 2003. They signed some free agent pitching and hitting like Javi Baez, and they've got that manager from the Astros with the garbage cans. The Tigers could be a good team this year.
Well, David, thank you. I'm a Rangers fan. I live in DFW. I'll just be there in the new stadium over there enjoying some cold beers and hot dogs. Thank you for your time.